It's the NFL on EA Sports. And front and center is Sam Laporta. No one's been busier this season as he currently paces the NFL in receptions. It's the Lions and the Jags, and it's all up next.
With a winter chill gripping much of the nation, no such worries today here in the Sunshine State and Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go from Jacksonville. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags.
They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. This is 2nd and 8. In motion right is Davis. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
A short throw to Ingram. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He targets Ingram for another grab.
60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
Now Lawrence. Looking for the out route here, and it's completed to Kirk.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. And one more time, here's Kirk.
Only a yard of the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Running out of the gun with Etienne.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Here's Lawrence to throw. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
That one came up just a little bit short. I'm wondering Is he still a little bit tight as this game starts? What would you say? Maybe he's got to take the governor off of it?
Or maybe the donut off the baseball bat like the guys in the on-deck circle?
I like that. Yeah, just take that little extra weight off of him and start to play freely.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, it kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
So here are the Lions now as they get set for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft. From Cal, it's Jared Goff.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
The numbers for Gibbs from last week.
23 carries, 117 yards.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Now Goff.
And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. Here's Jack Fox on to punt.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Here's Lawrence.
They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Lawrence will throw.
Open man is Kirk, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Lawrence finding Kirk there for the Jaguar first. A give to Etienne running right. And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37. The numbers on the ground for Etienne last week.
18 carries, 83 yards.
And they've already clinched a playoff berth, so I'm eager to see how they approach this game because some teams' philosophy is to go ahead and get guys out. Other teams' philosophy, continue to do what you're doing best. I expect them to go ahead and use their top guys all the way through this one.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Davis. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run with Etienne.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
The Lions offense led by their running back headed out for the 2nd possession. We show you the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns. And you can see where he's right up there amongst the league's best at finding the end zone.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
Here's Goff.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Lions first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Aluakin.
And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over.
And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now Lawrence to throw. That's complete. It's Brian Thomas.
First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now Lawrence.
That's going to be caught by Kirk. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
Now that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career.
And this is going to be intercepted.
It's Brian Branch with it.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal.
Etienne. Looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line.
Call it no gain on the play as it takes us to the end of the 1st quarter.
Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
As they've got it as we resume action. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll try to run with Etienne. And trying to shake free, but Etienne cannot. The defense will stop him short.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line.
2nd and 10. They'll go again with Gibbs.
And he gets this up just shy of the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. Goff now looking to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
From the end zone, Goff. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Goff.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, sir.
Lawrence.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Jags are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Detroit's offense ready to take over.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Throwing right, and that's complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now a first carry here for their running back. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down. Goff now to throw. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Goff. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Now a play fake, and it's gone. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Josh Hines-Allen in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And this one is right down the middle.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
In motion right is Davis.
From the 29,
Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with ETN.
so no gain on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Keeps himself up, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now Goff.
That's to the tight end, Laporta.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Goff.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted. And the Jaguars force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On third down, here's Etienne.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return.
And they will take over first and 10. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And within trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together and maybe get into field goal range.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
On third down, here's Gibbs.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. And we'll see how much they want to push things, leading already here 10-3.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it first and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Lawrence.
Tried for Kirk, and he's got him on the crossing route.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. That's to the sideline and incomplete. Here's second and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Looking long for Thomas. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. So we've come upon